Apocryphal, quixotic. Apocryphal is a belief, idea, story, statement that may or may not be authentic. And apocryphal comes from the religious writings, the apocrypha, which are not formally part of the Bible, however, were written about religious themes and topics, and the authenticity and veracity of the apocrypha is uncertain. So when someone says something is apocryphal, that thing that they're referring to may or may not be true. To use in a sentence, I might say, that rags to riches story about that British tycoon was apocryphal. That would mean the story may or may not be true. The authenticity of the story, the veracity, the truthfulness of the story is in question. So, apocryphal in general terms means something that may or may not be true, and if it is believed to be true, the provenance, the origin of the story might not be true, or may not be true. So to use in another sentence, I might say, oh, that story's completely apocryphal, which means that the truth of the story, the authenticity of the story, may or may not be accurate, may or may not be based in reality. Quixotic is an adjective that means something, thinking about something, or behaving in a way, or writing about something that is very idealistic, yet not practical. Quixotic comes from the great novel Don Quixote, which was written by Miguel de Cervantes in 1605 and 1615. Cervantes wrote and created this great character, Don Quixote, who went on these quests that were very idealistic. However, the quests were in a lot of ways futile, and the quests were not very practical. The character of Don Quixote seems to have blended fantasy and reality, so he's having some difficulty determining and discerning what is real and what is not real. However, his intentions are good. Here is an illustration of Don Quixote, the Spanish knight, and his sidekick, Sancho Panza, his faithful sidekick. And one of the things he did was he fought windmills. For some reason, he had this belief that windmills were bad or evil, and they were his enemy, so he fought them. Here he is on his horse fighting the windmill, and this is after a battle with the windmill. He hasn't fared too well. Gustave Doré drew and painted these illustrations around 1863. This is a painting by the French painter Honore Daumier of Don Quixote. So, returning to the definition of quixotic and how one would use quixotic in a sentence, I might say that endeavor is a completely quixotic quest. Meaning, and what that would mean is that endeavor is very idealistic. However, that endeavor may not be practical, may be futile, may be ill-fated. quixotic could also refer to ideas, beliefs, behaviors that are whimsical. So quixotic, apocryphal. Thanks for watching.